Hey guys, I am extremely excited for this session of Shapeshift for two reasons. So one, we're going to be playing the Warren, which I've run twice before, but not for Shapeshift, and I really love it. And today we also have a special guest with us, who I know at least three of us at the table are super fans of. So, special guests, would you mind introducing yourself?
Hi, my name is Sean O'Hara. I'm the game master for Spout Lore, a Dungeon World podcast. That's all the information that I can think of.
That's fine. So Kristen here, who is one of our players today. Hi, Kristen.
Hello.
She's the one who actually introduced us to Spout Lore.
Yeah, I like to think of myself as the mitochondrial Eve of your Midwest listenership.
Oh, that's so exciting.
So from Kristen, literally, like, our nerd group has expanded out to several people. So, yeah. So also with us today, we have... pointing at.
Hi, I am Brandon. You can find me on Twitter at BrandSeals. Are we doing plugs right now?
Sure, why not? Whatever.
You can. You may know me from Kristen's podcast, Not Party Like It's 99.
It's going to be called The Cinema Dilemma.
So look out for 2 hours of me ranting about...
all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah, the Robin Williams robot movie. Bicentennial Man, that's right.
Yeah. Oh,
Bicentennial Man?
Yeah,
it's good.
Wow, we talked about it for like 3 hours. Anyway, they're here to my left.
I'm Brother John. I'm an artist. I draw stuff sometimes and I put it on Twitter at my Twitter account, monochrome_guy.
Right, and we call him Brother John because he is in fact
because
my
there's
brother.
two Johns, and I'm the brother, so it's convenient.
He's all of our brothers.
It's easier to call Brother John than call my dad Daddy John.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we kind of threw it out there. You said Father John too, but then we're like, no, that's not.
Doesn't fly.
Feel too much. All right, and then that voice, who is the son of Father John.
Yes, I am Chris, and I only exist on the internet in this podcast form, and technically live streaming.
Why are you winking at me, Chris?
All right, so that's everybody. Most of our listeners who listen to the show regularly would know that this is my Ryutama cast right now. So anyway, but today, not playing Ryutama, we're playing The Warren, which is by Marshall Miller, and it's powered by the Apocalypse and published by Bully Pulpit Games, and it's about intelligent rabbits trying to make the best of a world filled with hazards, predators, and worst of all, other rabbits.
Oh, no.
So it's primarily a game about survival and community, and you guys, your rabbits, must decide for themselves what it means to be a rabbit and how to repair and sustain your warren so you can thrive. So talking about this game, knowing we're about playing rabbits and stuff, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about, like, tone at first, like, how, like, and, like, kind of what you're thinking about the rabbits in the world you guys live in. Are you thinking, like... Chris was asking me some weird stuff about exoskeletons the other day.
Wait, what?
Like
What kind of rabbit are you making?
That was not me. You were confusing me with your brother.
Yeah, I was talking about, like...
We are one and the
Kaiju
same.
See, we were having a discussion. Chris wanted to augment his rabbit with a knife that was duct taped to it.
I asked if I could duct tape like a razor blade to my bunny's paw.
And then I asked if we can go further and, like, have rabbits develop technology and I can just be Iron Rabbit, you know? Like, just exoskeleton, super rabbit.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
It's going to
Now
be
that
a
we're on the
hard...
topic, my character concept is two small people that pilot a single rabbit.
One for each ear.
And okay, so here's the thing, right, though, that in the special moves for the rabbits, there is a move called Innovate where you can do something unheard of. And so I told Chris, like, if you really want your rabbit to, like, find a shard of glass that you can somehow strap to you, you can try to innovate. I'm fine with that, but it might not go well.
Yeah, you'd have to learn knots also.
That's a lot of skills that a rabbit would have to learn.
Yeah.
What is
I mean, I guess if you're...
This hard water.
But I'm okay with, like, super chill, goofy, whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, it's going to fall apart pretty quick, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So, yeah, your rabbits can die, and they might die. And if that's the case, we have extra character sheets. And, Sean, for you, you can just mark out your previous rabbit and then write something else in.
Sure thing.
If your rabbit does die. Another thing that happens in this game, you're rabbits. So that means you're going to be making other rabbits a lot of the time, potentially. And I wanted to know if you guys are all okay with that. Because, yet again, Chris
This is
asked me.
I feel targeted.
Well, you keep asking very
I ask odd questions.
odd questions. He potentially wants to mate with all of you. You're rabbits. Clarifying.
There is a move that I get +1 forward to help you guys if we've made it at any point in our lives.
Wow.
And it's like, I just want to help. I just want to be the supporter.
Now, is this a pansexual rabbit or what's going on here?
I don't know.
I'm trying to gauge if it's worth it emotionally for me to have one hold for that.
+1 forever.
Forever.
We'll just fade to black.
Okay.
Yeah, for
Okay, Greg. Like, basically,
Well, yeah, what were we going to get, like, real descriptive about?
I mean,
no!
I should hope it's a fate to
the
black.
game doesn't stop you from doing that.
The camera pans over a pile of velvet sheets. A candle burns.
So like for the group here, we've all played together a lot. We're pretty comfortable. But I definitely wanted to bring that up with you, Sean, as the person from the outside coming in. If you're comfortable with rabbit mating.
Hey, I've never been more comfortable with anything in my life.
Okay, good. All right. So, but we will fade to black for that when that happens. I just wanted to ask any other things that I should bring up, like anything that you can think of that might be stuff you don't want to explore.
If I say animal abuse, are we safe for the rest of the game?
No.
We are immortal. You found.
I'm sorry, but
secret thing.
Our fluffy bunny foo-foos meet no trauma in this entire game.
Yay!
Okay, let me say human to rabbit, animal abuse.
Okay, so
That'd be pretty messed
you
up.
don't want to do you don't want to see like actual human on animal torture, essentially. Like you don't want a Sid from Toy Story
Exactly.
on animals.
Yeah, I don't want firecrackers strapped to my little bunny paws.
Oh, that's exactly what I wanted.
God.
I want live traps.
Wanted to go faster.
Okay, live traps. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know if I'm super down with like a Finding Nemo kind of situation where a bunch of baby rabbits are all of a sudden sacrificed upon
Gotcha.
the altar of fictional drama.
Sure. Okay, good. There will be no
Aw.
baby bunny sacrifices.
Through violence, I guess. But I mean, like winter's harsh, so who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Cool. So fade to black. No babies. No actual human animal torture.
I feel bad. I have no boundaries. I'm
Yeah.
fully prepared to go full water shift
It's
out.
fine. Everybody has their limits and stuff, but we'll see where this goes. Okay, cool. So I think that's all I had. Nobody else has any other. Nope. She's getting head shakes.
Brandon is Googling what rabbits eat.
Okay.
No,
Grass.
I have a bunch of rabbit facts. So something that I learned.
Oh my God.
I'm only saying this because Kristen caught me. If she didn't catch me, I wouldn't have said it.
Sorry.
In the dead of winter, they've been known to rarely to scavenge carrion during scarce times.
Oh, that makes sense.
So my understanding is that most herbivores are herbivores by ease. Like
Look.
it's easy to get grass.
Right.
But like if you need that protein,
Okay.
like
I just read, okay, this is a tangent, and I'm going to do it to myself, but I read an article about a sort of like the birds that are called the tits. There's like titmouses and stuff. There is a specific kind that are cannibalistic and will peck the shit out of other birds' heads
Awesome.
and eat their brains. It's
Rad.
ridiculous. Like these little tiny little birds just
are mean.
going zombie
Yeah.
on other
birds
birds.
are dinosaurs.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, we're not going to be
They're tiny.
playing as birds. We're going to be playing as rabbits.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to fight off
Maybe.
velociraptor
Yeah,
size.
just have a bunch of chicken
Proportion-
titmice fly down onto you, land on you.
Proportionally, a hawk is a T-Rex to us.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into character creation. For character creation, everybody has to choose a character move for your rabbit, and nobody can pick the same one. And I know a lot of us have already been talking about it
Just
prior to the game.
one.
Just one character move. It's like they're just special. They're like very unique to your rabbit. Kind of like decide or drive your character motivation essentially. So does anybody have one who wants to start off with what they've been thinking about picking?
I was thinking about taking Hutchwise, unless anyone else has their eye on it.
Oh, the one where you were raised by people?
Yeah, raised in a cage or hut, you're familiar with humans' routines and mysteries. When you pay attention to humans, basically just ask a question, and Amber will give us two things, and I pick one.
Basically, I can tell you a truth and a falsehood, and then he gets to pick which is more interesting or useful. So you were raised by humans, and you escaped.
I mean, I can talk a little bit about that kind of backstory.
Yeah, just give me an idea of what you're thinking, like why you'd be at the Warren right now.
Sure. Used to be a pet in some nearby house. Managed to escape during an Instagram photo shoot.
Okay, that makes sense.
Wow.
It's like a little sprig of like a little oat wreath around my ears.
Oh,
I still hang on to it.
you got a little flower crown.
I've escaped the monsters.
Yeah, he's stoked about not being in a cage anymore.
Do you smell like perfume?
I'm going to say vaguely. At this point, it's been a while, but there's still some scent.
Yeah, that's my impression of Instagram.
Perfume and sadness.
I'm going to take my bunny in the field. I don't know.
Okay, cool. That's great. Anybody else? Next.
I am not going to go with the love bunny.
Okay. Oh, dang.
We went through that whole thing for you, Chris.
No, it's fine.
I'd already opened my heart.
Yeah.
I mean, your heart can stay open.
I don't know, man. Now I feel betrayed.
There's just no statistical benefit to it.
Chris just wanted to know if we'd all say yes.
Yes.
That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do dull and keen. One of my senses is dull, but another is supernaturally keen. So I get to treat 7s as 10s when I sense with, like, in this case, I'm going to make my hearing a 10.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that I'm a... So are we rabbits or hares? I mean, is there a functionally... hares are bigger,
The
right?
hares are different. I think they're a different... I don't know.
But
Whatever.
rabbits can be various shades. That is correct.
Yes.
I
And
know
this
this now.
Okay. Did you answer your own question?
I
in your own
did.
head?
Okay.
He does
Well,
that
because
all?
I was thinking, I know a couple people who have rabbits, and I was like, oh, that rabbit's not white.
Yeah. Rabbits are all sorts of
Okay.
colors.
Yeah, so I'm going to be Bubbles, and
Oh, you picked a name already?
yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Bubbles is black with like a white stripe down its face,
Okay.
and his nose looks like it was burned.
Oh, no.
Chris, what did I tell you?
What?
I'm
That's
just kidding.
fine.
That's fine.
You know what he burned it on.
That's
Maybe He
true.
burned it.
Maybe he's a pyromaniac.
Yeah, maybe he did it himself.
Maybe he's torturing baby rabbits.
Maybe he's torturing. I don't know what's going on. No,
Pyromaniac. Like this rabbit's experimenting with fire.
He's got a Zippo just constantly flicking
Taking
it.
it.
He's
I
got
saw a
a,
human do this once. I'm going to try it.
he constantly has a Zippo in his mouth.
Oh my god.
No.
No,
That's
I sign off. That's good.
okay. And he's got super hearing,
Okay.
so his ears are constantly swiveling. And,
Like radar.
So the
Yes.
burnt nose is
yeah,
is-
so he can't smell,
that one.
Yeah.
but he
Gotcha.
can.
Cool.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
I was like, I could give up eyesight, but that just seems like I'm already making a difficult life more
Yeah.
difficult.
I mean, smell's a pretty major scent to give up, so or
It's true.
sense.
I
True.
hopefully radar ears will make up for it.
Unless you. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything.
You cut off my ears. Are you
No.
God.
threatening me already?
God.
Amber.
I'm not like that. The world's like that. That's not me. It's just the world. Okay, next. Anybody? Sean, Kristen, John?
If no one else wants to go, I'll go ahead and pitch
Okay.
my first idea. I wanted to go with Worrier, which is a really weird one. It's like when you talk about your worries with another rabbit, remove their panic, adding it to your own.
That's so fun.
Oh,
And-
cute. You're a little therapy buff.
That's just what I wanted to go with as my character moves. I guess if I can go ahead and make my character, I suppose. If you
Yeah.
want
Well,
me
now
to,
you
or
pick
unless
the
you want.
warrior. That's fine. We'll keep going
Okay.
around to see what
Fair.
everybody else chooses for the character moves.
Okay.
Sean, do you have anything? Thinking of?
I was really leaning towards gray fur. You are old. When others come to you and seek guidance, give it. They gain +1 forward if they do as you advise. Well, I just like the idea of being an old rabbit who's over it. Just remembers when it was great.
Oh, you and Kristen both.
That's fine because I was looking at another one.
Okay.
No, but
cool.
I also
I can be basically the same thing.
But the thing is the other one that I didn't even realize until just now is Circles of Life. The fight for survival.
Damn
makes
it! That was my.
Oh, no.
Damn it!
vibing. We're
It's
vibing
just-
too hard.
Yeah.
Twin rabbits, just
Oh no.
Okay, you went first, so go for
No,
it.
no, no.
What-
But there's
which
so,
one
there's
you
so
went?
many options though.
I know the feeling.
Let me
Circle
let me
of
think
Life?
about it just for another time. You go.
Sure,
Kristen,
sure.
you go. Don't let what I said influence you.
no. I want to continue this nice off. It's really interesting.
I'm
No,
Canadian.
no,
I'm
you.
gonna win.
No, you. I know there's so many of them.
I had an alternative that I really wanted to do too. It's just like maybe if we end up having to make new characters along the line, then yeah.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. If Bubbles dies, I'm going for the sex rabbit.
See, that's the problem, though. Is I want to have like a sex rabbit too.
Oh,
eventually.
well, we can share it.
Sure.
Do quite a pair.
What are the odds that the other one that you were thinking about is Storyteller?
Pretty low, actually.
Okay. Because Storyteller was one that I thought was fun, but I didn't want to be the guy who's like, I'm the one that's always talking. But Storyteller's really cool. When you tell
I
a
think
tale...
that's why we have you on, though.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess that's true. Okay, well, I mean, that's very sweet. When you tell a tale of your past exploits or about one or more of the storied characters, roll plus shrewd. On a 10 plus, reduce the panic scores of your listeners by 3. On a 7 to 9, reduce their panic scores by
Nice.
1.
Cool.
Pretty powerful.
So,
yeah.
So
there are storied characters that exist in this game, kind of, but you can definitely make up your own. But I'll give you an idea of what they are.
The rabbits.
There's the moon rabbit, first man and first woman, the dog and the fox, old crow and scarecrow, the lost warren, and the brave prince or princess. But you can obviously make up
Whoa.
your own.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a lot of like, one time I found a whole tomato.
And then, Kristen, you're going to...
Yeah, I like Circles of Life.
Okay, cool.
The fight for survival makes for some strange bedfellows. When you first use this move, choose another type of animal with which you have history
Oh.
and rapport.
Nice.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Make me play something fun.
Oh, no.
So do you have to pick that now? Or
No,
what
when
is it?
she makes that move. Like when she...
Oh, okay, so whenever it comes up.
Yeah, like if she...
Okay.
I guess the example would be like, I don't know, if you want to know more about the world around you, you could be like, I know this animal very well and yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
And then I get to be a hedgehog or something. So I think everybody has their moves. Just going to go back to the list. Kristen is Circles of Life. Chris is dull and keen. Hearing is the keen one, and the dulled is nose. Then we have Brandon as Hutchwise, Storyteller Sean, and then Brother John is Worrier. I love it. Okay, great. So the next thing we'll do for your characters is you should be assigning stats to your rabbits. They are strong, swift, steady, shrewd. There's already one up there. They show you can assign a 2, +1, 0, or -1 to one of those 4. Basically strong, obviously, fighting, digging, doing, I don't know, lifting. Swift rabbits are better at escaping threats. Shrewd rabbits are better at, assessing situations and communicating information. And then steady rabbits are less likely to panic and more likely to birth bigger litters. And then just let me know when you're done with that, and then we'll talk about panic. All right, I kind of want to know what your guys' rabbits are like as far as your stats. So let's start with Sean.
Yeah, I went with +2 shrewd,
Okay.
+1 swift,
Okay.
0 steady,
Nice.
and -1 strong. So my rabbit talks a big game and is really good at running away, but all of the things that he tells stories about might not be true.
Always on the verge of a panic.
He's a very like Gilderoy Lockhart kind of rabbit.
Nice.
Yes.
There we go. So for panic, then basically there's a stat called there's a box called max panic, and in it you want to do your 5 plus whatever your steady is, and that's your max. So if you ever
Okay.
get to your max panic, things can happen.
Okay, cool. So my max panic, it would be 5
Yes.
then. So 5 plus my 0 of
Yep.
steady. Also, my rabbit's name is Max Panic.
That's actually pretty great. It's canon, can't take it back. Brandon.
I chose -1 strong, 0 swift, +1 steady. Just, he used to live in a cage. He's kind of like,
Yeah,
he
chill.
can deal with humans.
Yeah.
Animals, not so much. And +2 shrewd. I want this rabbit to be kind of like a smart boy, like a little scientist, field scientist, wanting to figure out stuff about the world.
Right.
So +2 shrewd, and my max panic is 6.
So wait, say again, strong.
Oh,
-1?
-1, swift 0.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then steady's +1.
Yes.
And then +2. Gotcha. We're good. Chris? Wait, you already did yours? No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did mine, for sure.
Yes.
I've got strong -1,
Oh, you had a bunch of weeks.
swift 0, +1 steady,
Hey.
and +2 shrewd.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Switch.
Such a
So we
shrewd
have-
team.
Yeah.
That's why I'm sort of redoing my numbers, because I also had +2 shrewd, and I'm like,
You guys are just
I
going
gotta
to
figure out something else.
Well, the sensing stat is also shrewd. So I was like, well,
Do
I
it.
took a gift word move for it. I got to be good at it. Yeah, I'm kind of imagining that he's like a mobile radar dish.
Okay.
Like he'll like go down the tunnel, listen for everything, and be like, "All right, guys, I'm going back."
Got those radar ears.
Yeah,
Nice. All right, John.
So my strong is -1. Swift is +1. Steady is +2.
Okay.
And shrewd is 0.
Gotcha.
And yeah, that's my stats.
Well, at
so
least-
my panic is like a max of 7.
At least that's kind of a departure.
So now Kristen's thinking I need to be a +2 in strong because y'all.
That's what I already
Yeah,
had.
we need a strong.
Can Kristen have a +3 because we all have terrible?
No, that's not. No, she gets +2.
All right. My bunny is +2 strong.
Yes.
-1 swift.
Whoa, totally.
Steady 0. Shrewd +1.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
She's seen some stuff.
Bunny is a rock.
Yes.
And has other animal friends to
Uh-huh.
prove
Nice.
it.
Okay.
Served with this badger in the Great War.
So some of you already picked your looks and names, but let's go ahead and go around to the people who haven't yet. I think I'm staring dead eye at you, John.
Oh, you're looking at me?
Yep.
Okay. So I kind of wanted to do a funny, goofy, kind of contradictory character because he's a worrier, but his name is Cool Steve.
Wow.
There's our tone.
I made this name 2 nights ago, and I'm sticking to it.
I bet you took you a long time to come up with it too.
And he is long in his body shape, so he's just like this long rabbit. His coat is unusual color. I almost want to say he's almost like spotty brown and black.
Speckled,
kind of, yeah. Unusual color, I guess. And his ears are ID tagged.
Oh.
And he's a buck.
Ooh.
Oh, you've got
I
some.
can kind of see why he worries.
Yeah, exactly. He's got like abduction stories.
Yeah.
that's the core of his worries is they're going to come back for him.
Does he
Gotcha.
talk about probes a lot?
Yes. He talks about
All the time.
He talks about weird stuff and just like
Yeah, whatever, Cool Steve.
like he's cool when you don't talk to him, but as soon as he opens his mouth, it's just like, oh my god, like existential crisis about everything, and you know,
Oh boy.
that's where the worrier trait comes in. The worrier move.
Chris is Bubbles,
Yes.
and we already know he's white and black, right?
Yeah. And I'm going to say Bubbles is a doe.
Okay.
Not that it really matters. Don't think.
I mean,
don't think
you
Bubbles
could
is-
get pregnant.
I don't
then.
think Bubbles is getting laid a lot, but we'll see.
Yeah, we got a few hours to go.
low bar for Bubbles right now, but we'll see. White and black, and then you did burn to nose, right?
Yeah.
Brandon.
Professor Oates is compact. He has
Fucking dumb. I
he has
love it.
a lush coat, short ears, and he's little brown thing.
little brown,
Little brown boy.
And you said he was wearing a flower crown. Right?
Little oats.
Little oats.
oat wreath.
Okay. Oat wreath.
Oh my god.
Little brown thing is exactly what I wrote down.
Was this because we were talking about Pokemon and you were like Professor Oak?
You know, it wasn't.
It wasn't
but
not because of that.
but when we took a break earlier, I was like, oh wait.
Little brown
Yeah.
thing, lush coat, oat wreath. Got it. All right. Kristen, are you ready?
Yep. Rhubarb.
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
She's gray. She's got floppy ears.
Oh.
And it's, I think, going to give me an excuse to lean into the throat clearing. 'Cause she can get her like a chain smoking kind of rabbit.
Just smoking all those spent butts on the ground.
Yeah.
She was a
She's been
lounge-
eating them.
She's a lounge singer in the 20s.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, gosh.
She's like the Vietnam rabbit.
All right, Sean, let's go to your rabbit. Are you sticking with Max Panic?
You know, I was like, okay, we're probably all going to go with rabbit names. It shouldn't be Max Panic. But now hearing the names, maybe it should just be Max Panic.
I'm cool with it.
Manic Panic, and
All right,
he's a
yeah,
white
Max.
rabbit.
Max, got it. And what's he look like?
He is so he's pretty long,
Okay.
which he would lead you to believe is because he has a lot of muscle mass, but he's just long. His coat is I don't know a lot of rabbits, so probably just like a really sleek, like shiny gray,
Okay.
silvery almost, which again he uses to explain to people how cool he is. He's got just the one ear,
Oh.
Ooh.
which he says is because he fought a dog and won but lost the ear.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's because he got stuck on a fence.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, God.
Wait, you're okay with him getting mauled by a dog, but not him getting stuck on a fence?
Oh no,
That's
he,
the story.
Yeah.
That's the story.
no,
That's
he beat the dog though. He won.
My bad.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We got our rabbits. So let's kind of talk about your guys' world / the Warren. So the setting I chose is actually a setting that is written by Marshall Miller. It's called Abingdon Meadow. And I'll just kind of read you the description of it. So the fallow meadow lies nearby the town of Abingdon, a short ways down a narrow country road. Stories tell of a time when the meadow was planted with barley, but the overgrown meadow has long since gone to seed. Humans still come to hunt for rabbits caught out in the open, but at least they've let the warren be. Very little has happened in the warren since the time of barley. The hedgerows are as they ever were, and the same predators worry the warren that did a generation ago. So it's a very, very large meadow. And I'm going to ask you guys, where do you think that your warren would go? There's a stream to the north. There's wildflowers to the south. There's a bunch of trees over here.
Probably near the trees in the south. Is that trees in the south, or is that wild?
That's trees.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of like a wood area.
More places to hide, yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Put
Pretty
it there.
close to the flowers.
Yeah.
Near the wildflowers? Okay, that's where we'll say. Then I want to know, have you guys all been here for a while, or is this more like some of you are new? Like, what are you thinking for your characters? And whoever can go first, if we have a good idea.
I was thinking new-ish, but like I did escape from the house, but I was adopted by this Warren,
Okay.
and probably lived with a short time.
Sure. Who adopted you? Like, who found you and after you escaped
Let's see.
and brought you to the Warren?
I'm gonna say Clover did. Clover's a very motherly figure for
Okay.
the Warren.
So she brought you to the Warren after you escaped. So you've only been there for maybe like
Say
a few weeks. Oh, months?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Think rabbit time.
rabbit time. Like 2 days.
I was gonna, because I'm like like a rabbit is a full rabbit by like, I don't know, 6 months or so or something like that, right?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I don't
Whatever,
know-
doesn't
I don't know
matter.
rabbit
I don't know.
time.
Whatever.
Bunnies.
I didn't see it on my list of rabbit facts.
Okay, sorry. Don't worry about it then. But think rabbit time. Okay, cool.
Rhubarb's been around.
Okay, you've been here for a while. Brother John?
Well, I think it's clear that Cool Steve isn't originally from here because of the ID tag, but he's been here for a while now, and he's just kind of like, everyone knows him. They're like, Cool Steve's not from here, but he's been living here for a while now.
Okay, Sean, how about Max?
I think Max has been here for quite a while. He's probably pretty young.
Okay.
Young enough that most of his stories just can't possibly have happened.
All right.
But he was born in the woods.
Okay, born in the woods. Gotcha. Bubbles.
Bubbles is a Warren rabbit.
Born?
Yes, born and raised.
Okay, cool. So this Warren has been around for a long time. Like generations and generations of rabbits have been here.
For like 2 months.
No, actually, years. We'll say years this Warren's been. I mean, of course, there's been tons of rabbits that have gone and died and disappeared or
500
left.
generations.
Generations and
The
generations.
turnover is not great, but
Yeah, right. And so that Warren itself is actually super huge. So yeah, it starts in the woods, but it goes out for a long time. I want to know how much of that Warren goes unused. What are you guys thinking? Is it completely packed to the gills, or like is it have?
I thought of it as comfortable.
Okay.
Like not empty or vacated, but also not stuffed to the gills.
Yeah.
What if there's one section that we kind of close off and we just
Yeah.
we don't know what's there, but we know we shouldn't be there?
Ooh.
Ah.
the exiled rabbits live.
Silent rabbit.
The mutants.
The story just writes itself.
The dark realm.
Oh, and Max has a lot of stories.
Yes. Okay, cool. So maybe there's some closed off areas here and there that maybe people haven't gone into for a few seasons, and it's just because it's been a comfortable level of rabbit population lately.
The turnover is high enough. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Then my last question for you guys is, there is a social structure in the Warren, obviously, and there are things that happen in the Warren. What in particular is something like that is coveted? Like all the rabbits are, or majority of rabbits, or most rabbits are like, oh my gosh, I want X, or to have this, or to be part of this, or whatever. Something that the rabbits like want, covet, love. Could be in the Warren, could be out of the Warren.
I mean, there was that blackberry
Yeah.
patch.
Maybe it's like something we haven't
Maybe-
staked yet, but like we really want those bunnies or berries.
Uh-huh.
but
Something
maybe there's some like rival animal group that's
Well, I
kind
was-
of
something
protecting it.
dangerous.
I was looking
but
at the map
tantalizing.
actually, and
Yep.
It says there's foxes in the
I was
woods.
looking at the map, and I noticed that there is some housing at the top of it. What if there's like something that was growing there that everyone wants or something?
The
like
forbidden fruit.
strawberries.
Oh, like blackberries are great,
Yeah.
but strawberries?
Yeah, I mean, like, because we've been here for a while, and it's just like, oh yeah, all this stuff around here we're used to, but then over at the farmer's place, although it's dangerous, they got the super mega berry or whatever everyone wants. I don't know, some kind of something we don't have
earthberry.
that's common in our
Right.
Warren.
Sure.
Strawberries, earthberry in like a lot of languages.
Strawberry, yeah.
Cute.
Earthberries?
Earthberries.
berries.
Everybody wants those earthberries.
What if it's like one of those prize farmers that grow like an abnormally sized fruit?
Oh.
Yeah,
They're just giant strawberries.
the pumpkin.
It's a pumpkin-sized strawberry.
Live inside a pumpkin.
This is everything everyone
Well,
keeps
when you think
bringing
about
up.
it, to a rabbit, strawberry's pretty big.
It's pretty big. It's
This is
big
like
as your
this-
head.
This is like a mythical field where like whatever we desire.
Yeah,
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't think anybody really knows. It's like,
Right.
Mythic fruit.
yeah,
I know
because
there's
like
something over there.
Chris's nose is twitching.
Wait, your burnt nose is twitching?
Well, how do you think? Yeah.
It's the sense of memories past,
Yeah.
essentially.
Didn't
Triggered the
always have
nose
a burnt
action.
nose.
You're smelling ghost fruit.
God.
Forgotten the smell of strawberry.
yeah.
Oh,
But I think-
yes.
But I think I could see that, like, it's like, oh, if you can get that thing from there, you get like a lot of respect in the Warren or whatever.
Gotcha.
You know what I
Cool.
mean?
Awesome. Yeah.
Like, oh, you risked yourself and you made it back. Awesome. You're cool.
you
You fought a dog.
You fought a dog, yeah.
Do it again.
All right.
Oh no, I don't think I can. You do it once, and that's sort
That's
of
all
like,
you need.
I've retired from fighting dogs.
Yeah, you're lucky if you come back. Okay.
Yeah, snakes. I'll fight a snake, no problem. You show me a snake.
You show me
You
a snake,
find
I'll
Bring
show
me a
you
snake
dead
right now. I'll
snake.
show you.
So with that, I guess we can go ahead and actually start getting into the true gameplay as if this wasn't all fun and also part of this game. So I'm going to do the opening scene. So basically, the shot will start on a hawk that's sitting high on a tree, and it surveys the land around. And through a wavy haze of intense heat, we see this dirt road, and with a car driving down it, and there's dust flowing out from behind it. And the shot pans across to this large, beautiful meadow, Abingdon Meadow. There's tall, soft grass, and it's full of wildflowers. There's blackberry bushes here and there. And you can see a freshwater spring that looks as though it's receded a bit from the banks, and there's like mud cracking underneath this hot summer sun. And just under the shade of a berry bush, you can see a white rabbit munching on some blackberries, and its white fur is staining red.
Of course.
And then it stops, and it sits upright, and you can see its ears start to twitch, and like it's obviously alert now, and it's looking around, and you can hear several thuds off in the distance. And at that, it takes off and it starts running and disappears down a hole. And so the camera will follow it down as it runs through this tunnel, and you could see its tiny little bunny butt, scurrying further and further down the hole. And when it comes out to the other side, we're now in this like large rabbit foyer. I don't know what to call this.
Rabbit atrium.
Yeah, an atrium of rabbits. I don't know. It's an opening in like obviously the main opening of this Warren hub, essentially. You can see there are other tunnels leading off here and there. And it is right now completely filled with rabbits. Like 60, 75 rabbits are crammed
Whoa.
into this area. And it's warm in here, even though cooler than it was outside, but now it's nice warm in here with all these bodies around, and you can see people. You can see
People to us.
Yeah, there's like a human crammed in the corner.
Got little bunny ears on.
No.
Undercover.
The borrowers.
Yeah. You could see all these rabbits are like kind of like, hopping around. Some are like laying on their side, breathing, like they're kind of half asleep. And some are milling about, and they're obviously talking with each other. And it kind of looks like they're looking for spots to sit. So everyone's gathered here in this area, and it's like they're kind of maybe waiting.
Oh.
Where are your characters at right now? If anybody wants to jump in, or I will call on you randomly, but if somebody has a good idea.
I think Bubbles is near one of the entrances or exits of this room, like one of the ones that go outside. And she's got like half of her body up the tunnel, like listening.
Okay, yeah. And you could hear like just like the murmuring of like other rabbits going
Also
like,
trying to get away from all the other rabbits a little
gotcha,
bit.
yeah, sure.
It's like,
I think Professor Oates really wants to know what's going on, so he's probably going to be up front with wherever this group is focused on.
Yeah, like what you're seeing as you're like near, like you're trying to move your way through this bunch of rabbits, you can see that there is actually clearing in the middle, and there's like this mound of earth.
Okay.
Where, I don't know, somebody could like stand up there, but yeah.
I'm not going to stand there, but
the Senate
wait.
floor of the Rabbit Congress.
Yep.
I take a front row seat.
Okay, great. You sit down and you're sitting there. Who was born and raised? You were born and raised here, right? God, I'm going to try and refer to you as your rabbit names.
Bubbles.
Bubbles, thank you.
You can just call me Bubbles all the time. It's fine.
Okay. I'll scratch Chris off out of my memory. Burn it out. Bubbles now. And then also we have Kristen, who's been here for a while. Rhubarb has been here for a while. Rhubarb, where are you at in here?
On the outskirts of the room, also probably kind of watching the entrance.
Sure.
Because she's got that strong stat, so
you're guarding, essentially, making sure.
I realized that I'd basically been Colleen. Whoops.
That's all right. It
Anyway.
happens.
Cool Steve is with.
It's with Max Panic. Are you guys together?
If I keep saying Cool Steve and you smile like that,
I
think I can't stop laughing. Okay, yeah. So Cool Steve is with the group, sitting in front of this mound, I guess, just waiting for whatever's happening.
Up near where Professor Oates is at?
Yeah.
Near Professor Oates. Okay, Max?
Max is off to the side distracting rabbits that are trying to pay attention to what's going on with a story about the time that he broke into a human's house and ate a whole loaf of bread before they caught him.
Wow. Yeah, the one rabbit's like,
Yeah.
really? Into a human's house?
Oh, yeah. And you would not believe what they look like inside.
Well. How did you get in in the first place?
Well, there's a lot of openings. There's the big one that they go through. There's the small ones on the side that birds go through.
Huh.
And if you go under, there's like infinite opportunity. You just got to answer the riddles 3, and then they let you in.
Wow.
And they let you in.
Yeah, one of them's like, what's a riddle?
It is a skill testing question that is a human ceremony. Usually it's when a child is born. When they give birth to their litter, you have to answer a riddle per litter born, and then you're rewarded with bread.
There are 3 options presented to you, and whichever one you choose, that's
that's
your fate.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, interesting. Okay, so so that conversation's going on. I've addressed all the rabbits. Okay, so yeah, then all of a sudden you guys start to hear like thump, like all the rabbits are starting to thump their back legs, and you can see a large brown female rabbit starts to hop to the middle, and she gets up onto the mound. And for those of you who have been here for a while, you know this is the weekly like meeting update of what's going on in the Warren.
Oh no!
And the rabbit who is
the Warren address.
State of the Warren address, yes. And Wintergreen is the head rabbit who is getting up onto her mound, and as she situates herself up top, all the thumping begins to cease, and she addresses the Warren and says, "Good day, everyone. As we know, fall is approaching. The summer sun will grow hotter before it begins to cool, so take care when going for a drink. Water's becoming scarce, meaning others who would wish to consume us will be looking for a cool drink as well. On that note, we've had several disappearances and deaths over the last week. The usual mishaps, of course, hawks, foxes, the sort. May the moon rabbit guide Rosemary, Ivy, Pepper, Sage, Trent, Agatha, Maple, Kevin, Rose, Ford, Blossom, Aspen, Judith, Rain, Birch, Reed,
Jesus.
Wren, and Bill safely to the celestial prairie. Over the next few days, we'll be looking for volunteers to help us clear out some overgrown areas as we prepare for winter.
Not it.
To end on a happy note, Maribel has birthed a litter of 7 and is doing quite well. Thank you all for your time. Have a wonderful day. And remember, stay alert, stay alive." And I'm done for this session.
That's it. That's all you got.
That's all I got. Thank you, Sean, for coming on and playing with us. I'm really excited for the rest of the episodes to come out. You can find Sean on Twitter at Sean_O'Hara. That's OHARA. You can also find Sean's show, Spout Lore, on any of the podcast apps you use. I highly recommend listening to Spout Lore. It's one of my favorite APs. Please give them a listen. And also, thank you for listening. If you've been enjoying Shapeshift, please leave a rating or review on Apple Podcasts. Sharing what you like about the show and talking about it with others is also super helpful and appreciated. Shapeshift is a member of the Geekspective Network. There's a lot of other shows you can find me on at geekspective.com. There's Red Mage, Blue Mage if you like Magic the Gathering, Party Like It's the Greatest Year in Film if you enjoy movie discussions, and of course, Tales from Mox Ferry, an actual play of Godbound that is streamed on the Geekspective's Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/Geekspective. You can get information about the Geekspective shows by either following the Geekspective Twitter, that's at Geekspective, or going to the website at geekspective.com. And you can find me on Twitter either at RocketOrca or at ShapeshiftCast. This episode was edited by Rudy Basso. You can find him on Twitter at Rudy Basso. That's RUDYBASSO. Thanks, Rudy.